My backyard, I can run fast but won't get far. My mom thinks that I'm an animal. I'm just looking for the antidote. There's a British girl on my TV screen. She's so hot, she's so mean. Burn my body like it's flammable. Girl, I'm still a fan of you. Hey, 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 hey. Like a cannibal. Baby, I'm a fan of you. Your sensation, my fixation. Just tell me that it's tangible. Baby, I'm a fan of you. Hey, hey, hey. Your sensation is my fixation.
Say don't play with me, but I still gamble with it. We getting right before we take off on the landing strip. Know that you like all the attention that a fan gives. Say that you like me, but you way too young for marriage. I've been here before, I know exactly how it goes. Yeah, now I got you packing up your clothes. You can hit me up and let me know exactly when you close. I'm her favorite, says she need a...
From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. Stage is set, ball is on the tee, and off we go on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. A throw on the first play from Rodgers. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
On the ground, this is Hunt, and he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Give him a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
I mean, what a start to this game throwing the ball. I mean, I don't think the ball's hit the ground yet, Mike. I mean, he's 4 for 4. And now he's got his offense set up here early with 1st and goal.
Here's a run. He is in. Touchdown, Green Bay. His 12th touchdown of the year. The extra point is good. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Let's go. Warriors 70. Go.
Here's Wilson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch. And in this case, what guys are unwilling.
15 yards through the air. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll go with a counter on 1st down, and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Set.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll try to get the running game going. His 1st carry. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Back to the sideline and intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream, a pick 6 for touchdown. So they make the decision on 4th down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick 6.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on 4th down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. First and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
Let's go now.
Tight end motioning left. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Seattle. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week.
That'll be intercepted. His offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. 14-0 is our score. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. A first down throw from Rodgers. This one complete right side. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down. From the gun, Rodgers. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
The extra point is good. And the Packers will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Check out.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to look deep here, looking for Lockett.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small, and oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down.
And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And the Packers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
Rodgers on 1st down. He's going to air this one out, and that is incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. Rodgers to throw. He gets this complete, finding Adams. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. And he holds on to it here as he's out of bounds. That's a yard or 2 shy of the line of scrimmage. Therefore, that's a sack.
Mike, these are the plays that on the stat sheet, the offensive lineman look at the quarterback a little sideways. He has a chance to just throw that ball out of bounds, but instead, he takes it out of bounds himself, and that goes on the stat sheet as a sack.
Let's go now.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Buffalo 18. Ready?
Throwing, Rodgers. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We're back to Seattle after this. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. He's got room past the 35. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert 3rd downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down. Rodgers. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops. 50 seconds to play until halftime.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Here's a run with Hunt. A second effort, and he is in. Touchdown, Green Bay. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year. Here's Crosby for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Packers are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Mustang 19. Ready.
Wilson. Got his man. That's Graham. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
70 range. 70 range. Set.
Throwing now. Wilson on 1st down. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself...
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Here we go on 4th down with Wilson. That's going to be caught. Now he's loose down the right sideline. They're going to have it 1st and goal. He'll be out of bounds at about the 5-yard line.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Come on. Set.
This one caught at the 4. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal. To throw again is Wilson. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Seattle.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Final 9 seconds of this half, and the kick is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's Rodgers. That is intercepted. score! A pick six for the touchdown. The kicking team off for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Seahawks are able to cut into the deficit. Final second now of this first half as this one is away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
Packers 28, Seahawks 14.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Go! Hey, smash Rocco!
Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. Wilson lines up in the pistol. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They need 8 as they come up for third down.
Hawk 70! 60 Bobcat!
Throwing is Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on fourth down.
And this will be incomplete.
I think all of us up here in the booth were curious, how is this quarterback going to bounce back following the pick 6? And a lot of guys come back and they're very conservative and they just want to dink and dunk because they're scared to throw another pick. Well, we found out pretty quickly. Not this guy. He's going to continue to attack the ball downfield, and he's looking to make big plays any chance he gets. These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Let's go!
Here's a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
The sideline erupted. They thought that was an easy 6, but instead, it was nothing but disappointment. I mean, that is a gut-wrenching missed opportunity for the offense, and he has his head down just in disbelief.
Gerard Mayo's made the decision, and he'll send out the field goal team. This one from just under 50 yards. Crosby's kick is good. And the Packers will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Viking 18. Go.
Back to throw. Wilson. He has Lockett over the middle. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to take a shot down the field. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up 3rd down.
19 tight. Ready?
Throwing again. Wilson. Quick throw here is complete. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down. Wilson will throw again. That is brought in. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. The kick is good. And the Seahawks are able to cut the deficit to 10. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. A 1st down throw from Rodgers. That's caught by Hunt. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Here's 3rd and 2. Off the play fake, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Rodgers. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a...
To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They put Adams in motion. From the gun, Rodgers. Ho-ho! And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Rodgers gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll get that into the hands of Cobb. And he's into the end zone. Nelson Agholor. Touchdown, Packers. The extra point is up and through. And the Packers will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Football continues after this.
Seahawks 28.
Here we go, set.
Now Wilson on 1st down. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. 2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he will carry his offense to the red zone. Inside the 20-yard line, a pickup of 9.
Brings up second and a yard.
They'll stick with him again. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
A run on 1st and goal. And he will score! Game on! Touchdown, Seahawks! Not going for 2, they'll kick the point after. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Now a carry for Hunt. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Rodgers to throw. Now they'll set up the screen for Hunt. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it. At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now Rodgers. Quick throw, taken in.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Rodgers. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Got his man. That's Grant. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Here we go, set.
Tight end going in motion here. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They send the tight end in motion. They'll run. They come up for 2nd and 2. Wilson now gonna keep it on his own read. He fumbled the football. And the defense has it.
And there is the backbreaker, Mike. The one thing you can't have late in the ball game is a turnover. You're ready, you're up against the wall. You know you need a late score here to come back from behind. And let's give credit to this defense. They know they were a stop away from victory. And after forcing that late turnover, it looks like they're going to seal this one.
He's going to look for the home run ball. And that is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And a good run there on 2nd down. A pickup of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in.
Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. On comes the Packers punting team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Here's 1st down. They'll drop to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
Now 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, Wilson. His throw left side is complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Another try, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He has locked it over the middle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now Seattle will use the final timeout, and they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big 1st down. Wilson will throw again. He'll air it out down the middle. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
So now, a big spot coming here. This to force overtime. And this one is going to run out of steam. This is short. It's no good. And the missed kick is going to cost them the game.
Well, that's just part of the game, unfortunately. You work hard to get yourself in position that you can tie it late with a field goal. But he just can't connect, and that's just a tough way to lose a game. There's no doubt about it.
So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Seattle.